Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to RJ's for today's Lunch with Monty Coleman. This past Saturday, the Golden Lions were off, but will face Alabama State this Thursday on ESPNU and a 6:30 p.m. start at Golden Lions Stadium. Last week, Southern University defeated Alabama State 45-34 at New Hornet Stadium in Montgomery, Alabama. At this time, we ask the players to introduce themselves to the media. Mr. Rucker.
Kevin Rucker Jr., Tulsa, Oklahoma, safety.
Jamie Gillen, kicker, freshman.
All right, at this time we have opening comments from the players about the bye week and playing Alcorn last week and playing Alabama State this week. First with Mr. Rucker.
We had a bye week this past week. We came in, looked at film from Alcorn game. We corrected their mistakes. Everyone came through and really just worked on finishing, working hard each and every day, coming out there and not taking things for granted and just working hard and doing the best of your ability. This week, we're getting ready for Alabama State. They're a good football team. Just working on finishing, doing what we need to do. As long as we take care of ourselves, everything should go as planned.
All right, Mr. Gilliam.
Yeah, I completely agree with Kevin Ruck over there. We're just working hard in practice. Bye week, we only had one day off because we know we need to work harder to get better and hopefully finish strong in the season.
All right, we'll have opening comments from the top dog himself, head coach Monty Coleman.
Well, I want to thank RJ's again for hosting this press conference. The two guys that we have to my right and my left, I can't say a whole. There's a lot of great things I could say about it. As far as last week, it was the bye week came at a very good time. You know, we had one of our most bitter defeats against Alcorn the week before. That game is behind us. We're moving forward, getting ready for Alabama State right now. But last week, as far as the bye week, we did work pretty much every day last week. And it wasn't about any specific team. It was just about us, getting back to some of the basics. We changed up a few things on offense. We changed up some things and added some things on defense, and all in preparation for this game coming up against Alabama State. It's a very important game for us. It's a national televised game for us, so there's a lot of families that normally don't get to see their sons play. We'll get an opportunity to see their sons play on ESPNU this Thursday at 6:30 at Golden Lions Stadium. So we're excited about this football game. We're excited about the remaining of the season. I will have a great conversation with the players today. I just mentioned it to Mr. Rucker. Just a little bit about what the conversation will be about. And we can see if we can get back to basics and play good football. Now, the one thing that I woke up on my mind, this is the exact same football team that at halftime of the South Carolina State game, we was down 7-0. Two games that we had a great chance of winning against Texas Southern and against Alabama A&M. This is the exact same football team. So we can play good football. The thing that we've got to do is stop harping on the negatives and work on the positives. And we'll finish that up with a polished day today. Had a good week of practice, so it should be an exciting game this Thursday evening.
All right, we'll open up for Q&A. Mr. Sullivan.
Nick Sullivan, Palm Bluff Commercial. You mentioned it right there that this is a team that has been in, that game against South Carolina State, obviously won the Morehouse game, had chances against Texas Southern, Alabama A&M. So with that Alcorn game, I mean, how much did you all this bye week, kind of talk about it, or how much did you guys just try and say that was an aberration and, focus more on what maybe went wrong in some of those other games as opposed to that game?
Actually, none of the games that we've played and passed this season, Nick, we hadn't brought any of those games up. The Alcorn game, every now and again, a football team or a team for that matter, just have a bad game. and that's what we did. Now, we happened to have a bad game against a good football team also, so you had fuel coming from one end, which was from them, and we had not enough fuel that was coming from us, and it made it a long day against Alcorn, all the way across the board, offense, defense, and special team. That game's behind us. The point that I was making in my opening comments was just what you said. You know, we played the number 3 team in the nation at that time, South Carolina State, and played them well. We had a little letdown in the third quarter, and that's been our Achilles heel so far this season. We come back and have an outstanding victory over Morehouse in a 3 overtime victory, where all 3 phases played well enough for us to win that football game. We needed everybody, and we had everybody, and we won that game. We had a little letdown with turnovers and just self-inflicted wounds against Texas Southern. So anytime you have those type things with a young football team, it's going to affect you. Then we come back against Alabama A&M, and we also have some letdowns. Third quarter was also our Achilles heel in that particular ball game. But we played well enough to win those games, but we played bad enough to lose those games. So this is the exact same football team. We hadn't made any major changes offensively, defensively, or special teams. Some here and there because of injuries, but for the most part, it's the same guys that played a good game against South Carolina, played a good game against the other 2 conference games. And, you know, the thing that we've got to do is just have confidence in ourselves. And that's what we're going to be talking about today in practice.
All right. And as far as what you've seen this bye week, how would you gauge the confidence and the attitude of the team as a whole?
Right now, as a coach looking at our team, I think we're poised to win us a football game. I think we're hungry to win a football game. We were truly embarrassed, and I think I speak for the entire team and coaches, against Alcorn. And now it's time to get that bitter taste out of our mouths. And it's not going to be based on what Alabama State does. It's going to be based on what we do. So I feel like we are ready to play a great game this Thursday. And definitely the team is ready.
All right, Kevin, from a senior leader perspective, what's kind of been your all's message to the other players?
We're basically just harping on being positive. I mean, although our season is going as planned right now, we still have 6 games left. It can turn around easily. All we need is one good win, and that can bring positive atmosphere around the whole team, and that's what we're needing. And just being positive, really just focusing on getting our swag back. Everybody being confident out there, everybody going out there knowing we can go win this game. Like everyone basically being on the same page. If we can do that, no one can beat us. We have great athletes, great coaches. We just got to get everyone on the same page. And once we do that, we'll be good. But until then, we're going to still have our little troubles that we have. But that's our focus right now.
All right, and Jamie, as one of the underclassmen, how would you kind of gauge the acceptance, I guess, from you and some of the other younger guys to the message the coaches and the older players have been given?
Well, everyone's been really accepting coming as a freshman. It's been pretty hard starting as well as a newcomer on the team and like having to play every play, but it's been great. Especially also, this is like sport is very new to me as well. Still don't understand half the rules, you know what I'm saying? So, but they've been really supportive of me and really understanding, which has really helped my confidence. And the same with the punter as well. So. It's been a good atmosphere as well in the bye week. So, I mean, we're just trying to get confidence back up. And as Rucker said, like we need to get a win under our belts just to bring our confidence back up, you know, so we can like have our swag back and everything.
All right, and Coach, as far as the quarterback situation again, what just briefly did you see out of those guys during this past week, and what are you expecting out of them come Thursday night, I guess?
You know, it was a kind of a relaxed atmosphere all last week. We worked on Tuesday through Friday, and it was kind of a relaxed, not a lot of pressure. We wasn't game planning against any specific team. We didn't throw their defenses up or offenses up any particular team. It was our number one offense against our number one defense, and basically that's what we did. So I saw the confidence come back with the quarterbacks, with the receivers, with the secondary for our team. It was almost like being back in training camp, getting ready for the season to start. So it wasn't anything specific last week. It was just a good week of work for us.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Are there any more questions for Coach or the players? If not, we'd like to thank you for coming out and having lunch with us. Just a reminder, your UAPB soccer team will take on Howard University at Pumphrey Stadium at a 3 p.m. start. So come on out and support your Lady Lions. Also, Golden Lion fans, the next home match for your UAPB volleyball team will be on Monday, October 26th against Southern University at a 7 p.m. start at the H.O. Clemens Arena. So come on out and cheer your Lady Lions on to victory. All right, let's give Miss Nikki a round of applause for letting us come out to RJ's today. Once again, thank you for coming out and having lunch with us. Until we meet again, just keep those Twitter alerts, emails coming in, and have a wonderful Golden Lion Day.